Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss the 37th question of database management system. Let's see the question. Here's the question set 37 and here's the scenario. So in my previous videos I have discussed the questions related to the same scenario, and in this question set also I'm going to discuss those questions also into the same scenario. So in the scenario there's a shoe store called Aralia Shoe Center, and the owner has used to keep information of the shoe store in bill book system. Due to some disadvantages of this method, the owner has decided to move into a computer software system instead of this bill book system. So in the first part of this question we have to create the database and to create the tables. So I have already done that task in my previous videos. I have already created this database and the tables. So in the 37 question set, I'm going to discuss how to create a view in the database. So let's see. In the first part of this question, we asked to make a view. We have to create a view to get the users registered with the shop is living in Kurunegala. So we have to create a view to get the users who are living in Kurunegala. So in the question we asked not to use graphical method, so we have to use query method instead of this graphical method. So let's see how to make a view. So here's our database. In the first part of this question, we have to create a view. Before creating a view, first we have to join the tables to get the users living in the Kurunegala. For that, first we have to get the user table, because in the user table there's address. You can see in the user table the address ID. After getting the user table, we have to get the address ID through the address ID. So by getting the address ID, we have to get the city table through the city IDs, and finally then we can get the city. We can get the users who are living in Kurunegala. For that we have to join all these three tables, and let's make the view. So first I'm going to join the tables. So here you can see, here's the query which I used to join the tables. I have used in and join. So here you can see, here's the query, and first I have get the user table and I have joined the address table. I have joined the address table and the city table, and this is the condition. In the condition I have said to get the city name Kurunegala, get the users corresponding to the city Kurunegala. So I am going to run this. So you can see here's the join tables. So you can see these are the users who are living in Kurunegala. But in the question we have to make a view. We have to make a view. So I have selected all the columns. And now I'm going to create the view. To create a view, there's some special keywords we can use to create a view simply. So here you can see this is the keyword create view. We can use these keywords create view to create a view. First I have give the keywords. Next I have give a name. I have to give a name to the view. So I have named it as Kurunegala user, and the as keyword, the keyword as. Then this is the query which I used to get the details of the users who are living in Kurunegala city. So we can run this. You can see the query has run. Now I'm going to refresh the database. After refreshing the database, we can see the view. So here's the view, Kurunegala user view. You can see here's the data. Here's the data in the Kurunegala user view. So you can see first question. In the first question we have to make a view for the users who are living in Kurunegala city. So you can see I have already done it using this query. Now I am going to discuss the second question. In the second question, update the query statement required to get user ID, first name, last name, information in the view created above. So in the second part, to discuss the second question, we have to complete the first question. So in the second part we ask to get some particular details. So this user ID, first name, last name, only 3 data. We want to get only 3 data from this selected data. So in the view we get all the data. You can see in the first question I have get all the data, but in the second question I ask some particular data. So I'm going to use the query which I used in the previous question to do the next part. In the second part we ask to get some particular data. For that I'm going to select those data through the data. So here you can see I have only selected the column names which are given in the question, but we have already created the Kurunagala user view. So to update a created view, we have to use a special keyword called replace. So we can use a replace keyword to update a created view, and let's see. So here you can see the keyword replace has been appeared here. So I have used create or replace view keywords to update already created database, already created view. So here's the view I have created in my first question. In the second question we have to get some particular details. So I'm going to run this. So here you can see I have used the create or replace view keywords to update a already created created view. So in the first question I have already created the view Kurunagala user, and I'm going to update the view in the second question. I'm going to select some particular details. So now I'm going to run this. So you can see the query has been run. I'm going to refresh this, and so here's the Kurunagala user view. So you can see only the we select only 3 data from the query, and here are the 3 data. So you can see here's the view for the second question, and this is the query which I used to create that view. So in the third question we have to create a view to see all the GRN. Must include GRN ID, GRN date, and provider name. So in the third question we have to create a view for the GRN. So let's see. So you can see here's the query to get the GRN. So I'm going to run this. So you can see here's the data asked in the question. We have to get GRN ID, GRN date, and provider name. So here you can see I have get the ID, date, and the name of the provider. So here's the query which I used to get the details. The first I have get the GRN table, and I have joined the user table to the GRN table, and I have only selected some particular details. So after running this, you can see here's the data for this query. In the question we have to create a view. So you can see in the question we asked to create a view. So I'm going to create the view. So I have told in my previous questions to create a view we can use create view keyword. So you can see here's the keyword to create the view. So the keyword is create view, and here's the name which I'm going to give to the view. So GRN view is the name, and I'm using as and here's the query. Now I'm going to run this. You can see the query has been run, and I'm going to refresh this. So you can see the GRN view has been created. So here's the view I have created in the third question. So you can see here's the view, and here's the query. In the fourth question, the GRN view you created above includes the details of GRN purchased items and rearrange this view. In this view, it is sufficient to display GRN ID, GRN date, first name, last name, product name, quantity, unit price, and selling price. So in the fourth question, we have to update the created view. In the created view, you can see only few data has been appeared here, but in the fourth question, we have to get the product details corresponding to these details. So we have to update this GRN view. So you can, in the previous question, I have tell you how to update a created view. We want to use the, we have to use the keyword replace. We have to use the keyword replace to update a created view. Before that, I'm going to join the other tables, because in the question we have to get the purchased item. So for that we have to get the product table and GRN item table. So first of all, I'm going to join those tables to this code. So here you can see I have get the GRN table and I have joined the user table, GRN item table and product table to it. Now I'm going to run this. So you can see the tables has been joined. And I have selected all the columns, but in the question we have to get some particular columns. So now I'm going to get now I'm going to select the columns which I want to create the view. So here you can see I have only selected some particular columns from the join tables. Now I'm going to run this. So you can see the tables, here are the join tables and the selected columns in the question. So in the question we have to create the view. So I have discussed in my previous question, in the second question, the way how to update a created view. So we can use create or replace keywords to update a created view. So let's see. So here's the keywords. Here are the keywords to update a created view. We can use keyword create or replace view, and here's the name. Here's the name. GRN view means the name which I use to create the create the view name, and here's the query. Now I'm going to run this. You can see the query has been run, and I'm going to refresh. So here's the table. Here's the view which I created in my previous videos. Now I'm going to refresh this. So you can see the GRN view. So you can see here's the view, GRN view we created in the fourth question, and here's the updated column. So I have updated those columns, and here's the view for the fourth question, and here's the query which I used to create the fourth question, view in the fourth question. So today I have discussed the question set 37. So thank you everyone for listening.